Hey everyone, in this video I have more portal designs to show you just for fun, for inspiration, and because these videos are super easy to make. So I hope you enjoy it. All of these portals are round portals in a 13 by 13 portal size. Just to be consistent, I just kept them all the same size and worked on a design around that. So all of these portals I'm designing here are going to be industrial themed, although I don't know if I stuck super closely to that, but that was the general idea. And this first portal I'm going to make is going to look like an engine. I didn't really have any other ideas beyond that. I just wanted it to look like the portal was inside an engine of a spaceship. I guess that's more sci-fi, I don't know. I think making this took a lot longer than it should have. I think I was just overthinking it, like I do with everything. It is kind of an awkward shape to work with, especially since it's not really resting on anything, so I did have to end up making some kind of little piece for it to almost be sitting into, so it doesn't look like it's just floating in the back, because that is a little bit weird to look at. Even though the shape is really awkward to work with, it is kind of cool that you could almost hide a little room inside it, behind the portal if you wanted to, so that's something to keep in mind. If you wanted to do something like this, you could put some hidden rooms behind your portal, maybe with some extra storage or whatever. But the best part of this portal, I think, is the front of it. It just looks really nice, especially with some extra little details and some lights mixed in. And we have to have a staircase going up to it just because the whole rest of the portal is so round and it had to be off the ground, so I ended up doing the staircase that goes up, and I think it looks pretty cool. Round portal number 2, I had a very specific idea in mind for this one, but the execution was kind of tricky. Working with circles in Minecraft is not fun, especially when you're trying to make a gear. So I really wanted this to look like gears of a clock, or just any gears, and just have them all kind of interlocking as best as I could, or overlapping. Since we are doing this in Minecraft and it's very hard to make these interlock exactly, you just have to kind of fake it until it looks okay. I spent a good amount of time though working on these gears and trying to make them look like they're evenly spaced out and still round and kind of going together. But in the end, really all that matters is that it creates the illusion of the gears doing all these things I just mentioned. And I played around with different colors and ways of decorating each one so that they looked all unique. And I think overall this looks pretty cool, other than the fact that some of these gears are floating, so I did end up putting some supports up just so it looked like they were actually not just floating in the air. And then a cool little staircase that walks up to the center one. So these gears are pretty much just here for decoration, but that's okay. I think this is a really interesting concept. However, recreating something like this in survival would be very difficult, as it took me over an hour to design it in creative. But the concept is still really neat. You'll be shocked when you hear about my third portal design because it involves electricity. Ha ha, okay, that was a stupid joke. But this one was a lot simpler to make, so I ended up just doing a couple of slanted Tesla coil type things, and I just wanted it to look like they're zapping the portal and electrifying it. It doesn't look like much right now, it looks pretty boring with just the coils there, but once I started adding the electricity, it actually started looking okay. I was actually not too sure if this one was going to turn out, but it ends up being one of my favorite designs of all of these. I put some blue blocks around the ring of the portal too to almost look like it's being lit up completely with electricity, so I think that's kind of cool. Probably the one thing that could improve this is if I used more sea lanterns instead of glass, but I really like how the glass looked here just because it's blue, and sea lanterns aren't that blue, they're really mostly white, and you can't really do glass panes with them. I used glass panes in this too, but no matter which blocks you use, I'm sure it will be just as electrifying. Alright, I must admit I was completely out of ideas when it came time to doing a fourth portal, but I wanted to include a fourth one for consistency with my last video. So I just threw this together. I really don't know what it is. You can tell me maybe. I was kind of thinking along the lines of something being forged and being melted and maybe hammered. I could have incorporated a hammer in this or an anvil, but I was also trying to keep it a round shape for consistency. So this is the design I ended up with, a giant ring being melted by lava, with lava falls on the side. How industrial. That's really the only thing I can say about this, is that it does look industrial. One good thing came out of this build though. As I was building it, I came to the realization that wool and lava do not mix. Now I know. That's just proof that this portal was very poorly planned and had no direction whatsoever. It was just whatever happens, happens with it. Also, a good tip, if you did want to do a lava pool around your portal, it might be a good idea to cover it with some orange glass or something just to be a little more safe. Just a thought. Well, I hope you enjoyed that brief inspiration video. A look at some more portal designs. I do have another video somewhere with some other portal designs if you're into that kind of thing. Designing things is really easy, but making tutorials for things takes a lot more time, so generally these videos are just easier to make. I hope you're okay with that. They're just a lot easier for me, but I hope you liked it. Hope you found some inspiration from it. Let me know which one is your favorite, and I hope to possibly see you again in another video. Bye!